Definitely not a place where I'd want to live though. Because I was like thinking about like if you make money, let's say you make like 10K a month, decent money. Thailand is like where all like the broke rich people go to live, or if you like broke some laws or some shit. If you have money, you go to like Dubai, you go to Europe, like those expensive ass places in Europe. If you're a U.S. citizen or U.S. citizen trying to get rid of taxes, you go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Even though, you know.
Well, I think Mexico is a nice little, kind of separation from all of that. But
I've always wanted to hit up Mexico.
yeah, I think especially in terms of it has a lot of good regulation in terms of like markets. That's on our avenue too. It has a lot of like looser regulations. So I think that's a little better as
What do
well.
you mean?
In terms of in Americas, you can't really trade a lot of stuff that's not allowed.
Yeah, that doesn't
Like,
affect us at all, even
I
from
mean,
Mexico.
it does a lot in terms of if you want to trade like commodities and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
and all
not
those
the
kind of
U.S. bank
things.
account. How would you use the U.S. bank account?
What do you mean?
In Mexico?
You can do it. No, if you live in Mexico. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
if you
what
live
I'm
in
saying.
Mexico,
That's what I'm
if you're a
trying to say.
citizen. Yeah, yeah. No.
If you live in certain countries, like this is a really good country in terms to get rid of that regulations. It's cheaper in a lot of sense too.
Yeah, not where we are. I mean, so it's kind
It's
of,
still pretty cheap
depending on where you go. I mean, it's pretty expensive in places you go.
in some places, but we literally like we said, we had like food most of the time down here, like places where we like think like it should be more expensive than it is. It's
Yeah, man,
insanely
it's
cheap.
in pesos, but
Mexico's good. Mexico's not. I just think it's too touristy, like where we are.
yeah, I
you
don't
know.
want it to be that dangerous. That's why I like Puerto Rico. You take the tax benefits, but also it's a nice place to live. Like I wouldn't have to like want to live there if it wasn't a nice place to live. I just pay like the extra couple $1 million to live in like somewhere in the United States or some shit like that. But it's a nice place to live. Kind of like this vibe, less tourists. I like the weather, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. We actually forgot. We were here during the Super Bowl. We did not watch. I mean, I haven't watched Super Bowl in a minute. I stopped caring about that
Yeah, I did
for a long time.
Someone was watching it.
Yeah, people here were going crazy because Bad Bunny was performing, bro. I didn't watch it. Never watched Super Bowl. I've never heard a Bad Bunny song before in my life, like not even one. I saw some reels of him singing, dude, and it sounded like shit. The only thing that was good was he needs auto-tune. The music, like the background music, like the beats are cool. That shit was dope.
But that was it.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I just saw a small piece of it, and he
It
sounded
made
like
it worse
shit.
though. That's the point. Like his voice was really. I don't even know. I haven't listened to any song he made yet.
I haven't heard it.
But I don't know if his voice is good or not, or if it's just like a bad time. But like it really made.
I mean, all he needs auto-tune. It's normal. People need auto-tune. But like literally, the part I heard was like I couldn't tell what he was saying. And like we speak Portuguese. I took Spanish in school for like 5 years. I couldn't hear a single word of what he was saying, bro.
He's just mumbling, like mumble rappers in American. Like I think he was just mumble rapping a lot. It was funny.
Plus the message in his music, like people were like praising it, how like, oh, like it is good for our community, this is good for the people. But the message in his music is like shit, like it's like bad. It's talking about like multiple girlfriends, drugs, that kind of shit. It's just like not a good message, you know.
So they want you to say it's like all about the good. They want you to like it's the good part of it. That's why we're trying to make a more diverse culture, and we want you to add like that kind of stuff into it. But like what he was showing wasn't anything good, in terms of it's all about nationality. Like it doesn't matter that you're Mexican or Spanish.
Oh yeah, people
Russian.
are they're trying to pin people against each other. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they would pick a Latino to do a Super Bowl performance for American football. Like, why would they do that other than to get people to fight each other?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even care. It's that he's the one that did it. He
deep.
turned it into something, and they turned it into something more like.
Yeah, it was purposely. I think it was purposely, and it worked. People are fighting each other. I saw this clip.
More people watched it for that.
Well, yeah, because like Latinos probably watched it and shit like that. People were watching that shit down in Mexico, but with that, I also feel like, what was I gonna say? Completely forgot where I was going with this. We're talking about Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny? I like, what's the other guy? The other Mexican rapper that's like really famous?
Mexican OT?
No, I don't even know who the fuck that is.
He's a cool rapper. Pitbull? He's Pitbull?
No, it's the other, it's Daddy Yankee.
I don't know much about him.
He's legit. I like him. He's all about he's a Christian. It's all about Jesus. I like his style of stuff too, and he changed.
Yeah.
I would rather him do the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, literally it's crazy. They're definitely just trying to fight people, pin each other. I saw this clip. These people are at a bar, like watching the Super Bowl, and like around the halftime performance came in. They switched to like there was like 2 halftime shows apparently. I don't fucking know how that works. So he switched to a different one, like the American one. And this guy at the bar started going crazy. He started getting pissed off. Like he said, he was coming for the full Super Bowl experience, and he was mad that they switched TV. Like it's like people don't have things to care about. Like bro, if you're mad about who, like dude, like Go make some money. Go do something, bro. Like, why the fuck are you caring
Yeah,
about
you
who's
go-
performing at the Super Bowl? Why that shouldn't affect you? That shouldn't make you angry.
Go live your life, like especially since like you're putting all this focus on one day of watching a football game and caring about how other men are doing. Why don't you just go spend time with your family and doing stuff that your family like if you put that much care into like your family or
People
your
love
work,
sports, bro.
that's what I'm saying. They love that more than their family or what they want to do with their
I
family.
love playing
That's
sports.
ridiculous.
It's fun, but I'm not gonna watch TV, get excited about other men like living their goals, like accomplishing their dreams, and just get excited about them. Like it's so dumb, especially nowadays. Like making money is easier than it's ever been, ever. Like it's so easy, bro. Like you have AI, you have the internet, there's social media. Fucking, like, you have so much shit. You can make money doing anything.
You could
anything, and it's no excuse for it. There's literally zero excuse if you're not making money online, or even if it's a little bit, even if you're starting or trying, even if you haven't made any money yet, at least you're trying. Like it's so easy now. It's so easy, bro.
I've seen some dumb stuff. I've seen people make millions off like the most dumbest shit that you could possibly think of. I've seen people make more money than we do off just crazy things, like especially like OnlyFans. You look at that kind of stuff. Like people make money off selling anything.
Social media.
Yeah, I've seen someone make millions off selling fucking stamps. So that shouldn't make any sense to a lot of people, but it does because it should make sense. You can sell anything. Yeah, the market's so big. Everything. I think
the internet's massive, dude.
Yeah, anything you got to sell, you got to brand it. Yeah, sell whatever you're good at. Brand it. If you're good at making coffee, if you're good at doing anything, brand it. Put it on social media.
Yeah, I mean, the only way to make money fast is through social media.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it. If you want to make a lot of money fast, legally, the right way, social media.
You got to get social media.
Social media, not social media. Sorry, the internet.
Yeah, the internet,
not social media, because you can make a lot of money trading. You can make a lot of money doing e-commerce. You can make a lot of money doing Amazon FBA. There's a lot of money doing everything, bro. Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why I prefer trading is because you got no inventory, you got no boss, you got no employees, you got no clients. You're just fucking. This is you. That's it. You're the business, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you get to make your own business.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot with everything in terms of like you trying to sell something on the internet or trying to brand your own personal.
But then you have clients, you're gonna get employees, you got inventory to deal with, you got all that shit. Trading just doesn't have. But
yeah, that is a lot harder than doing it. But it's all about scaling up. It's all about finding different avenues, especially if you want to be like a billionaire. You can't just have one business and make it a billionaire and billions of dollars unless you can. Well, you can unless you gotta think of something.
You gotta make a new market.
Yeah, exactly. Like you see, like Amazon, like Jeff Bezos. You see, like Mark Zuckerberg. They like made whole different new markets back in the day when like nothing was being done.
Or you don't have to do that. Or you could be like Elon Musk and just come in and completely not dominate, just get a lot of share in a market that's been around for years. It's like impossible to break, like Tesla.
Tesla's
He just came in a market, like the car market, which is you can't fucking get in that shit. It's impossible. Made billions of dollars.
Yeah, and SpaceX as well. I think he did a lot. I think he definitely you have a lot of pull to have that kind of to be able to do that kind of stuff. But I think he's extremely smart. I don't agree with everything he does, but he's definitely a smart genius. I'm pretty sure he was like rich beforehand too in South Africa.
Yeah,
he's like a rich family as well.
Yeah, but it's definitely different. And I mean, even when it comes like trading specifically, I think I'm gonna argue a lot is like why people don't look at like order flow, level 2 time to sales data, that kind of stuff with their strategy. They like to say that like we're overcomplicating shit by like looking at all this data, which doesn't make any sense because like you're trying to trade a market where like you got billions of dollars of algos, billions of dollars of skyscrapers full of analysts who they pay like millions of dollars a year to trade in a market full of crazy data. There's dark pool data, there's literally icebergs, there's liquidity everywhere. Like, and not looking at order flow level 2 data, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage because you don't see everything. You don't see all like the picture. You just see lines, where price was in the past, where price currently is, but you don't see the orders sitting in the market and the orders coming into the market. Like, why would you not want to see those orders? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree with you in a certain way in terms of saying, especially like with day trading, how you do it. If you're day trading and you're not putting in every tool you could possibly have, because day trading is harder than swing trading.
Not every tool. There's billions of tools.
There's billions of tools, but I'm talking about the right tool.
You should keep it simple. You should just keep it simple with just like looking at price action and order flow, no indicators.
Well, you need real-time market data. Indicators aren't real-time market data. They're lagging. You need real-time market data to support your
order flow is the only thing.
Bias, order flow, level 2 data, time and sales data, looking at everything to make sure that you understand what's going in those like 5 minute candles, because you need to know that. I would say like for longer term trading, swing trading, especially just investing in general, that's something that isn't really necessary because you're looking at the overall market over weeks, especially, so real-time data doesn't really affect it like that. But when you're day trading,
But you
literally,
can't see like the pools of orders though.
you can see the
Sometimes
pools of
you can
orders
use
like that,
as
yeah.
magnets, but
You're mostly looking for like day long or week long trades
day
or
trading's
month long
different.
trades. It's definitely different. But for day trading, I would say it's definitely crucial to have that advantage, that edge of real time market data when you're trading like those 5 minute or 1 minute candles.
Yeah,
That you
I mean, I
need
like
that.
I see if you think of an analogy, but people like don't trade with that. They're like, why would I do this? Why would I do this? This is like make it simple, make it simple. But like it's kind of like, let's say like you're shooting a gun, like you have 25 yards out and you just have iron sights. You can still hit that target. But order flow is kind of like putting a scope on your gun. You can be much more accurate, much longer distance. Like why would you not want the scope? Why would you like continue shooting at a target?
Yeah, I think
without
it's
the
not,
scope?
I think they're wrong saying in that putting it as saying it's simplicity. I think it's simplicity and disadvantage are two different things, and I think you're putting yourself at a disadvantage not having that as a day trader versus saying making it simple. Like most people that say that they trade like something like ICT, right? How is ICT any different? ICT is very complex and retarded because it just dives into so many things where it's actually been studied that it can make you profitable for like a couple months, and then that's it, right? You're not looking at the long term.
If you get lucky,
perspective.
maybe. The thing with ICT is, I've never met an ICT trader who's not also an influencer that's successful. Like we talk to a lot of traders, and a lot of them come up to us like from ICT, and like they switch from order flow, start making money. But I have yet to see a trader who trades ICT and is not on social media and is profitable. There probably could be some out there, could be, who knows? But I haven't seen one yet.
Yeah.
Have not seen one yet. And what I mean by profitable is you have 2 years of making money. I don't care if you fucking make. People think like the comment like I'm profitable using ICT. I've been trading for 3 months, 4 months. I made money, 3, 5, 6 months. Like if you don't have a 2 years of being green, and if you have not quit your day job yet to full-time trade, you're not profitable yet. So that's what I mean. I haven't seen anybody like that who trades ICT who's not also on social media.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, most like the thing is, you got to understand, if you're doing day trading, it's such a small market of people who are profitable because there's only a certain type of tools that you have that would make you at an advantage to be profitable in the long term.
Yeah.
And that is order flow, that is real-time market data, that is looking at the market and not just looking at candles. You don't know what's going on in candles, but people are selling you that dream of saying you can look at these candles, you can look at an inverse fair value gap and decide whether you should get in a trade or not, and that's it, right? Because they're saying it's so simple like that, but it's not that simple. It's simple, like learning order flow. You can even
I mean, I think you can get a payout, maybe some payouts with ICT, but I don't think you'll be able to live off of it year after year after year after year.
Not profitable, but like it's easy, isn't it?
Order flow is pretty simple. It is. It's
exactly. It just looks hard, but it
looks
hard.
hard.
Once you learn it, it's easy.
But you break everything down. It's like kind of like driving a car, like the first time. Like it's a bunch of different shit you have to learn. But when you learn all of it, it's easy. It's like like fucking, you can do it on autopilot basically.
Yeah, that's why it's starting to become a really bigger thing nowadays. Especially, it's something that you definitely need if you're day trading, but people don't realize that yet because ICT is still kind of pretty big now. But realizing that most of your biggest influencers that do ICT and probably taught you that are starting to become unprofitable because of that. And I think in a minute, like, because the market always changes, the market cycle is always changing. Soon you guys are going to realize that this isn't something that you guys, you get lucky with it. You get lucky with everything, but you can get lucky with gambling, but it's not going to make you consistent. Trading is a job. You can't treat it as gambling.
100%. And we have that small account Robinhood challenge. So we started off a small account on Robinhood.
Oh yeah,
easy platform. Everybody can do it $200.
Yeah.
And we're up at 2.4K right now.
Yeah.
On that account, in like a week. We only took I think you called it 2 really good trades. You got Amazon puts. You got Microsoft puts, bangers. I took some SPY puts just for like a day trade, but the swing trades you calling out absolute bangers. So I'm going to show you guys. You don't have to have much money to start. Even if you're not using prop firms, you start this account with $200. It's at $2.4 thousand right now, and we're trying to build it up to 100K, maybe in a couple months or so, just off options.
Yeah.
Just off literally doing what we do with a small account to show you guys what's actually possible
with like knowledge.
I think giving some of that away as well.
Yeah, we can give some of that away. I think that's at the end of the day, it's something that we just want to show you how possible it is. I wouldn't recommend doing it how we do because this takes like very extensive knowledge and understanding how to do what we do, and also it takes a lot of just both like kind of what's the word for
it? You can learn it, 100%.
Yeah, it's we have this money that we want. It doesn't matter to us.
Yeah, I mean $200 is really nothing.
I would not tell you. Yeah, I would not tell you guys that have $200 that matter a lot to you. to do what we do like this. But I'm going to show you, if you have the knowledge how it is to trade, and you trade in a smart way. Let's say you have like $1,000 that you saved up, and you trade that in a smart way where you can congruently, or you can exponentially grow it steadily, not like super fast, but steadily. It's possible, right? It's just kind of showing you how possible literally everything is when it comes to making money trading. Like you can make.
Oh yeah, no, we'll stack that account up for sure. Slowly but surely, and it's not hard. I mean, I do think people can learn this shit. That just kind of goes to show, like, the world is all a distraction. Like, they literally, like, the main goal of the people in power is to put you against other people, have you fight other people, to keep you distracted. Same thing they've been doing for hundreds and hundreds of years, and it works. Everybody's focused on the Super Bowl, the Grammys, what race is better, what president is better, and they're just so distracted to figure out, like, what's actually going on in the world. If you start to pay attention about why they do things, the way they do things, you start to see patterns, and like you can use those patterns to trade even. Like when that Venezuelan president was captured, same exact shit that happened with the Iranian president that was captured, a while ago. Same shit gets released. You get all, and even with the Epstein files, I think that had a decent effect on the market. I think that's a big effect why the market's acting the way it is right now. It's the same shit. People are just distracted. You just don't think to look outside the box. You don't think about like why this is happening, and just knowing that you're being distracted should be an eye opener, because then you can start to focus on like making money, doing this. Forget about everything, forget about the distractions, forget about the Super Bowl, and just make money.
Yeah.
And then
you gotta just not care about things that aren't really, like you have most people have common sense enough to know that, is it really gonna like affect my life, when I'm looking at fucking Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Is it gonna make me a worse person? Yeah. It's not making you any better.
It's gonna make you hate other people, which is what they want. They're very good at it. They've been doing it for so long. It's the only reason they stay in power. But you don't have enough money to give a fuck about who performs at the Super Bowl. Like, why aren't you getting that upset about how much money is in your bank account, instead of like, oh, Bad Bunny, he's not American, he's performing at the Super Bowl, I'm gonna go crazy. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah. You just gotta do what you gotta live your life in a way of thinking like you're not only doing it for yourself, doing it for your family, doing it for other people.
Yeah. Some people don't have to have that though. Some people don't care, but don't have to think about that, because they don't need to think about that, because they're blessed in life. So they need a different motivational factor, different push,
Yeah,
I guess it's like the freedom is good. That the freedom aspect is probably what would motivate most people to get out of what they're doing. Because a lot of y'all might be making good money, right? You might be making like 6 figures a year. You might be doing all right. A lot of people probably do. A lot of my followers I know that have come into me, a lot of people I mentor, they do really well, but they just don't. They're like freedom, right? They don't have to make money. They don't have to take care of their family because they're already set. But they don't have freedom, which is like a big thing.
I think you're right about that. A lot of corporate jobs out there, you still have that 9 to 5. You might make like 100K or more a year, but at the end of the day, like, you're still working. You're working for somebody. I think that's the biggest thing. Is, do you want to make the same amount of money you can make and not work for somebody? I feel like that'd be a lot better. And I think you guys have to just realize that it's kind of putting you at a disadvantage when you're still making 6 figures a year. People think that's like really good. They go to college, or they go to like Harvard or somewhere, like let's say Harvard, Yale, and they make really good money. They become a lawyer, but they're still working for someone else. They're still making like 100K, 200K a year, but you're still working for someone else. You're not having that freedom. You have to ask somebody to go on vacation. You have to ask permission to go on vacation. You got to ask permission to go on a break. Like, why would you want to do that? You're literally of the 1% of the world. Why would you still want to be doing that? So I definitely think, especially those people who are high income right now but have a 9 to 5, getting into day trading or trading overall is so much easier for you to do, because you have all this money to put in and invest in as well. And
yeah, you won't be scared about it. My students who perform the best are the ones who come in, not that they have a lot of money, but they're not worried about money. They're not thinking about money. They perform so much faster, to the point where like now we have group chats with all these students, and like we're telling them, or I text them individually, like they've been making a lot of money. They don't even watch my lives anymore. They've just been on their own. Like they're trying to ask me, like, what's the best? Went to ask me, like, what's the best? His first supercar. All right, what's the best supercar to buy? As his first one, and I recommended the Lamborghini Huracan, like one of the 2015s, like 2020s Huracan Eva maybe. And if you're out there in this position, maybe some of you are, but start off with the Lamborghini Huracan. Don't touch McLarens. Don't let the McLaren be your first supercar. Start off with the Huracan.
Lamborghini's just too small. Like I need something more comfortable. He likes supercars a lot. I'm like iffy on a lot of.
It's just the thing is, the McLarens are dangerous. Like you learn. Then the thing with Huracans are super reliable. They never break on you.
Just reliability. I get that a lot. I get that. McLarens aren't as reliable.
And McLarens are dangerous too. Like a 720S. Like if you have never driven a supercar before, it's gonna go crazy. I don't really like Porsches. I think Porsches are like a girl car. They're on the track. The GT3 RS. They're like the best to drive.
GTRS, 911s, like
spiders.
I think
they're a girl car. I don't know. I would never. I can't see myself in a Porsche.
I would put them
like
more
those supercar
old
looks.
people car than a girl car. It's not a girl car.
It looks like especially the GT3 RS. Like it just doesn't look.
I've never seen no girls buying a Porsche.
A lot of girls drive.
Not sports car Porsches.
I've been around. A lot of them do.
You might see some like influencers, but most of them like drive fucking like G-Wagons or some shit like that. Not many of them are driving.
It just looks like Porsche. A girl car, but it doesn't look. I like those clean looks like the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, the McLarens, Porsches. It's not. They'll never catch me driving a Porsche. Even though when I go to the track and I want to win a race, I'll go to the Porsche GT3 RS every single time. If I can pick a car, someone else has one there, just because they're the best track cars. I think by far. They handle so
Porsches,
well.
Yeah.
But they just don't look.
Man, Lamborghinis to me aren't that.
I love the way Lambo's.
Ferrari is definitely better. If I was choosing between a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, and if I had the money to spend a Ferrari, I'd definitely choose a Ferrari. Audi R8 is my dream car. I have that, and it's my absolute dream car because I wanted it since I was a little kid. By far over a Lamborghini. Lamborghini just doesn't have enough space. We're too big.
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting the Lambo for the space. You can't get a custom made unless you're like fucking Shaquille O'Neal.
You can. Yeah, he put two Lamborghinis
not
together.
Worth it. Not worth it.
That's what I'm saying.
There's just levels to it. Like you start off with the Huracan, you start to scale up. You get yourself the Ferrari, get yourself the multiple G. There's levels to it, man. You kind of start to understand like these car purchases won't mean shit. And then there's even levels past it. Like we fucking walked past some like $400 million yachts this week, and there's people out there with $400 million to just drop on a fucking yacht, which is crazy. $400 million. They just on a toy.
That's ridiculous.
So
I would have that as like my fucking house. If I'm spending $400 million, I have it as my house.
They probably have a $400 million house already.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing I don't even understand. It's like
you don't. At that point, you gotta have sold your soul to make that kind of money, bro.
For sure. Like you can't. I always say this. I've heard this. I've heard this from like someone, but I wholeheartedly believe this. If you're worth over $1 billion and you're still at that level and you're still growing it, you've had to have done bad things. No, I don't know what bad things you've done. I don't know the scale of the badness of how terrible it was.
Or you're just born into it.
Well, if you're born into it, that's different. But I'm saying like if you scaled up to that point and you have $1 billion or more and you're still consistently growing that level, at one point they're gonna come to you. People are gonna come to you and be like, you're a billionaire. People high up are gonna come to you. You can make an influence, especially if you're really famous and a billionaire. Like you see, like who's famous?
Probably a lot of
like
unfamous billionaires
all these people.
too.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the levels are crazy though.
It's crazy.
Like they own people and they have people who live there in the yacht for them. They own these people.
I would live there.
It's crazy. Like they work with it. Like they work the yacht.
Yeah, I would work there and live there.
That's absolutely insane. Like there is.
Think about it. They're not
levels.
even living. The billionaires who own those yachts, they don't live there. They maybe go there for like a week.
Yeah,
and then
they probably charter it out.
I would I would live in the fucking master bedroom. I don't care. Like if I work there and I know the owner isn't going to be here, how do you know?
Because there's like a company or employee. You're an employee.
You're an employee, but like the owner isn't even on there.
Yeah, no.
What if you are? No, that's what I'm saying. What if you're like the boss?
80 people.
What if you're like the manager?
There's a boat. We saw 100 employees leave on that boat.
What if you're like the manager of like all?
No, that's not a good example to say. I doubt they're bro. This person's paying you millions of dollars. You think they're gonna fuck up on it? There's no way.
You don't know. You literally.
The thing is, they charter the boat, so they have like other people who stay there.
Yeah, they do that.
So
that's right. I wonder how much that costs.
Is that to charter? Yeah. Well, $100 million. It was a $400 million yacht. I think it was $100K per day to charter.
I think so. $100K a day isn't bad for $400 million
per day, which is, it's pretty steep actually. It's worth $400 million, $100K. Actually, that's not a lot.
If you have enough, like if
for a $400 million yacht,
10 days gets $1 million.
It's like a fucking like not even 1% of the cost.
You get a lot of money to get.
Yeah, 4 days. You stay there 4 days. It's 1% of what the yacht costs.
Insane.
You get 100 people to charter, you make that money back. Then it also costs them like what $15 million a year to just probably more than that to maintain that shit. Then you get private jets.
Expenses on all the people. Yeah.
They pay like even if they're not using the jets and the yachts full time, you got to pay a pilot or a captain for full year salary for you. So you have your own personal captain and pilot. Even if you don't fly a lot.
It's all that on
deck.
I'd love to say the most expensive is the maintenance. Like just to keep it up and ready.
Yeah, a couple $1 million a year.
For
store, employees, salaries, but
whenever you need it.
Hell yeah. All right, wrapping it up here. This is episode 2 of One and Done. We'll be dropping some more out soon, guys.
Yeah.
See you later.
Everywhere we go.
Peace.